Hello, good morning, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Joe Remblance. It's a pleasure to have your company this morning. Well, it is actually morning wherever you are. Normally say it's afternoon, but depends if you're here. It's morning for everyone, which is fantastic. Oh, actually, unless you're in Italy and Germany, then it is midday already. Technically, I guess it is afternoon. We have got a fun-filled, action-packed day coming up for you today on Crafters TV, because it is not just Cartload, it is double Cartload. This is going to be the Cartload Preview. This is when we go into a bit more depth on the demonstrations, focus on maybe a few of the key items that are going to be coming up in the main event Cartload a little later today. Now, I need a crafty friend with me, and thankfully, I've got one. She was back in stock yesterday, and she's still in stock today, I'm pleased to say. Debbie's here. How are you, Debbie?
Hello, good morning, everybody, and welcome. We've got a great show lined up for you guys today. Really excited. I know Joe's excited. I'm excited. We've got lots of lovely things coming up. I'm going to give you a little sneaky peek, so stay tuned. We've got pop-up cards, and I love a pop-up feature to a card. I just think it's absolutely an amazing concept. All the hard work taken out to be able to create that beautiful effect. This is just a couple of what I've got lined up for you today. This is absolutely beautiful. We've got some lovely sentiments in there, and again, you get that really wow feature. Now, not only have we got wow cards on the show with the pop-outs, we've got some, I have to say it every time I hear Joe in here.
Shake a card.
Here we go.
Shake a card.
You just can't help it. It's because it literally does cry out for you to sing that song. It's absolutely fabulous. Now, we've got lots of different designs on the show. If you've never seen how to use them before, I'm going to keep this really nice and easy. Look at this one. I love that. I think it's absolutely fabulous. Now, not only have we got the pop-outs and the shaker, we've also got some outline dies for you. Our engraving die icons are absolutely beautiful. Very big statement pieces, screaming out to be paper pieced for your window state. You know, those lovely, what do they call them,
Stained glass
Joe?
window.
Stained glass window, that's the word I'm looking for. But all your other mediums that you can do and colour with as well, absolutely beautiful. And then again, look how gorgeous that is. Now, if that wasn't enough for you, we've got more lined up as well, with one of my favourite. I say this all the time, we were just having a conversation about this, but this is absolutely beautiful. One of my favourite collections from Sarah Signature is the vintage lace. Absolutely exquisite collection on, may I say, an utterly fabulous deal. So do stay tuned. I just think there is some more beautiful things coming up to show you in the show. That's just a sneaky bit of some of the items that we've got.
It's just a sneaky bit of the sneaky bit, Debbie, is what it is. This is the sneaky bit. This 2 hours is the sneaky bit.
Of course it is. I keep forgetting.
What I would say as well, if you're going to tune into the later show, definitely make a note of what my hair looks like now, because it actually looks all right at the moment. It looks, I don't know what happens as the day goes on, it sort of seems to grow. You wait to see what happens by the end of the later Cartload at 6 o'clock tonight. It will be all over the place. I've definitely got the lockdown look going on, Debbie, like I know so many of you guys have as well. Now, Debbie just talked about, I was going to go straight into the vintage lace, but I forgot. I need to give you a heads up of something that we've got. One of your all-time favourite paper pads. I know a lot of the stock, was it 10% of the stock's gone? 10% of the stock here has sold out. It's your 8x8 paper pad. We did have a large stock on this. Really fantastic for backgrounds. Great if you love fussy cutting, this one. You've got some wonderful plainer backgrounds. Great frames as well. Imagine sitting with your snippers and fussy cutting those. Maybe you've got one of those electronic die cutting machines you want to use to cut it out. It makes a great frame for a project. They are like, do you know what they remind me of? They're like really fancy wallpapers. That's what they feel like. Maybe in a sort of a, I was going to say a care home. That's not what I meant. I meant a stately home. Very different. Very different. A French stately home is what I meant, not a French care home. Anyway, maybe we could do a paper pad with care home wallpapers in it. I don't think it'll sell. If you want to go, I've tickled myself. I'm very tired today, I warn you, so I could be a little bit giddy. £8 if you want to grab that, or £12.91. 10% of the big stock has gone there. Right, vintage lace is where we are going next. It is one of your all-time favourite collections. We have got an incredible deal on it today for you. So, what we've got is this beautiful die collection. Let me take you through. So, what you're going to be getting in here is you're going to be getting the Chantilly Lace, which is gorgeous. It gives you this beautiful, beautiful border, as you can see here, that you're able to create. One of your all-time favourite butterfly dies. It is the Kaleidoscope of Butterflies. This is great because 3 different sizes and they can all be manipulated as well. You can lift their little wings up and give them something beautiful. Some great foliage dies in here as well. So this one is a vintage vines. You've got that one, and you've also got the botanicals. Now, I know a lot of you have been waiting for the foliage dies to come back in stock for our flower forming dies. These would work brilliantly with flower forming foam. If you want to add those into there, absolutely you can. So that is everything you get. You also do get the 2 flower dies too. So you're going to get this one just here, which is the Petite Posies, and you're going to get the Vintage Rose as well. So you get all 6 of those dies for that great price of £30, £5 per die set. Amazing value. Now, there's another collection. I know you're going to want it all, so just hang fire. We'll get there. We've also got this great frame and folder collection. Now, these are just fabulous. Debbie did a great demo yesterday, actually, with a similar die, which you could do with these, making card blanks. They're great for scrapbooking, wonderful for creating gorgeous mats and layers as well. This one here is the Baroque Frames, and you know what I say? If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. The next one we've got here is the Rococo Frames for you as well. Very similar concept. Going to give you a very different look and feel though. And you've got the beautiful, beautiful folder in here. It is that Venetian lace folder that you've got in there. However, I know what you're thinking to yourself, thinking I want to get that. And I want to get that. I want to get them. Can I get both of them? Absolutely. Get 10 of both if you want to. 10% of the stock has gone when you get it all together. Because what happens though when you get it all together? £50 or $59. Check out the saving. 55% off. Because we're going to throw in 3 free items for you. We're going to give you this. It's available on the show separately. It's a A4 luxury linen cardstock. Matches the collection beautifully. We're going to throw that in for free when you buy the collection, which is fantastic. That should be $9.99 or $12.95. We're going to throw in the satin ribbon as well. That's going to go in there for free for you as well. The ribbon should be $4.99 or $6.95. We're going to give you the rub-ons as well for free when you buy it in this configuration. $4.99 or $6.95 should be the rub-on. So let's just do this in pounds then. You've got £12 for the cardstock, £6 for that one, that's 18. You've got £24 worth of freebies when you buy the 2 together on the UK pricing. The value is just as great in the US. 10% of a really big cartload stock has gone. And remember, this is just the amuse-bouche. This is the saucisson, the soupçon, as our lovely Leanne would say, to our later show. I'm quickly going to whiz you through the shaker cards, shaker cards. Woo, woo, woo. Taylor Swift's favourite card, allegedly, this one. So we've got different options for you. There's 2 different kits. I know you're going to want to buy all of them together though. So this one is your Let's Make cocktails. The next one you've got here is Prosecco Celebration. We're all going to be having some of that soon, aren't we? You've got that one in there. And then you've also got the Hip Hip Hooray. So that's your first set. That's the Let's Make Drinks collection. Then there's another set as well, which is this one here. The Sweet Treats and the, is it the Hip Hip Hooray that comes in this one? I've got them confused, haven't I? Let me just switch them around. So I'll just go back to the first collection. Let me just clarify what you get in the first collection. Let's Make Drinks collection, you get Prosecco and cocktails, wonderful in that collection. In the second collection, you get Time to Shine. In the second collection, you get Hip Hip Hooray and Sweet Birthday. We'll cut this out. Should we just do the one where you get all of it? You get absolutely everything. Let's put the details for that one on the screen and we'll work it out in a minute. I think one of them's been taken off. I think that is why we're getting a bit confused. $29.98 or $39.90 to get the lot. We'll check what the picture says on the website and we'll come back to you. Over half off though, so fantastic saving there. That's why we do the preview, you see, because we clip that bit out. We won't do that when we get there. How much of the complete collection? 20% of the complete collection has gone. Loads of you are saying hello for, June is saying she's gone for the shade cards already. Julia's saying hi, June's saying hi, Nicole's here, Rose, Marcia, Debbie, Trish, Veronica, Helen, Trish, Terry, all of you tuning in. It's so great to have your company this morning. Get yourself settled in because you've got 4 hours of Cartload to come your way today. But I know, Debbie, you've got so much you want to show us, haven't you?
Chomping at the bit I am, Joe, chomping at the bit, ready and ready to go. I'm going to show you a few samples first. It's an amazing collection, regardless which one you go for. I know personally, whichever one that is, because you've got to forgive the guys. They were up extremely late last night. I don't know if you caught any of the show, but oh my goodness, they worked their little socks off they did to bring you that amazing show last night. So I'm going to show you a few samples, and then I'm going to get stuck straight in with a demo to show you how to use them. Now, these are one of my favourite fun dies ever. I love the concept behind the idea of making a shaker card. What I don't like, Joe, is making them when you have to start getting your scissors out and start measuring and starting to work out how it all goes together, and I can't be doing any of that. This is why I love this collection, because this collection makes it so easy to make these shaped shaker cards that are real fun concept. And I mean, I'm just showing you a few of the samples. You can actually fill these up with whatever you want, whether it be sequins, whether it be little salty bits if you use your leftover bits from your salt techniques that you do with your inks, but lots of different ways. You can use buttons inside there, you can use gems inside, absolutely anything you want to be able to create this. And these, I'm showing you these, this one's inside the card, this one is on outside of the card. This one here I absolutely adore, because when you open it up and have this pop out in the centre, the shaker card element is actually wobbling around in the middle. I just think this is absolutely fabulous. A great one there by one of our design team members, and I'm having a little peek, Jessica.
They look really effective, Debbie, but are they difficult to make? Because I've always just presumed that they would be really super hard to do, because they are because they are such a lovely card to give, aren't they?
Exactly, a real fun card to give, Joe. And in the answer to that question, it's such a simple way of being able to use these, because the dies and the stamps, they all come with their own set of stamps that match the saying. And if I just bring these on, because I've already pinched mine and popped them onto some cardstock, but you get everything you need in the dies that match the stamps, and then all those extra little embellishments really do make it fun. What I want to tell you is, though, this shaker card die set it's more than a standard metal die. Normally a metal die is quite thin. This one is a little bit more chunkier, Joe.
Oh,
like
chunky.
My favourite. Oh, chunky. I love the word chunky, and that's because you can cut through multiple layers. But it's not verging on a mixed media die or a multimedia die, but it's as close as you can think. Now I'm going to show you. You get the die to create the outside shape. I don't know if you can see that there, pop that in my hand. And then you've got the inside. Now, to create the aperture, you're going to put these two together. So with that, I'm going to pop those two together. I'm going to pop the little inside of the bottle, and I'm going to tape this down to use with some low tack tape. I'm actually going to put a few other little elements on here as well. So I've got a lovely little cork. What do they call them things? It is cork. A cork. I was going to say corkscrew, it's not a corkscrew at all.
A what?
Lord, you never know. Anybody think
a bottle opener?
A cork.
A bottle opener?
That thing that goes out at top.
A cork?
A cork, that's the one.
Yes, I don't pop my cork for every man I see. That's a Shirley Bassey line. That's a Shirley Bassey lyric.
We're going to say you had to dig yourself out of that one.
Hey Big Spender is my go-to karaoke song. I'd love to know what yours is in the comment, actually. Let me know what your karaoke go-to song is. What's yours, Debbie?
I'm Alive by Celine Dion. Every single time.
Yes. Do you hit those big notes, though?
I don't do that. I'm not Celine by anybody's standards, but I will give it a good whack and give it a good belt out. And I really do love that song.
I think
it's
we
one of
need
my
to have,
favourites.
maybe at Craftaganza we should have like a karaoke night.
Oh,
can you imagine
what
that?
a cracking idea. That is an absolute belter of an idea, and I'm going to put that forward, Joe. I'm going to have viewers back up. We're going to put that forward with our Sarah and see what she thinks to that. I'm sure our Craig and everybody else will go
Laura's is Don't Stop Me Now.
What, Don't Stop Me Now? Who's
by
that?
Queen.
Oh, by Queen.
That's another hard one to sing.
I won't attempt that one.
Do you know why mine is Hey Big Spender? It's only like 1 minute and 4 seconds long or something like that. So it's great, because how often when you do karaoke, you get up there and it's a great idea, and then you realise the song you're singing 6 minutes long and you're 4 minutes in and you think, oh my word, I really wish I'd never bothered with this.
Oh, always choose your songs wisely, Joe. That's what I say. Now, I don't know if you can see what we've been talking about as karaoke go-to songs. Look how simple that was to cut out. Absolutely beautiful. If you notice my combination as well, well, I didn't use my magnetic shim when I was cutting it because this is a thicker die. You don't need as much pressure when you're running through your sandwich of your Gemini or any of your machines. So I'm going to show you now as well. To create the back, we need a bit of acetate. Now, you can just about see that there. And we've got plenty of acetate on the website, whether you like your heavy duty one, whether you want heat resistant. If you're going to do a little bit of heat embossing, get the heat resistant one. This one here is the one that we've used for our foiling, because we have the foiling acetate as well. But yeah, you can use any kind of acetate. Now, when I'm cutting acetate, because it is a little bit, it's not like a standard cardstock, Joe, so I'm bringing in my metal plate.
So what does a metal plate do then? Because I know we talk about bringing it in a lot, but what's its function, Debbie?
Its function is for those trickier dies. So intricate dies sometimes need a little bit of extra, what I call oomph. They need that extra bit of pressure to cut through.
I can sympathise. Many days I need a bit of extra oomph, Debbie, myself, but I've got no metal shim for my life, I'm afraid.
After last night, Joe, you need a little bit of extra
I'm
oomph
all
this
oomphed
morning.
out.
But yeah, the metal plate, the reason I've popped it in with this one is because I'm going through acetate, and it's a heavyweight acetate. If you was to put it through your plate as normal, it might be a little bit trickier to actually cut through, which is why I've actually popped the metal plate in, and it should make it nice and easy. Now, again, when I'm using it, I've noticed, because it is like I said, it's not a normal thin metal die, it's that little bit extra. So I haven't popped in my magnetic shim. I'm just using, again, that combination without the magnetic shim. So we'll run that through again. I've already got little pieces. Oh, you can hear it. That's a good sign that it's working, because it's giving that extra oomph, that extra crunch when it's biting through this morning. But when you release it, you'll see just how easy it is to have. And that's why I would recommend, whenever you're using this is just my own personal choice, but it cuts that out cleanly and gives you that lovely clean finish. I don't know if you can see that. It's very tricky to see acetate under these studio lights. However, what we're going to do now is we're going to attach it to the back. You've seen how easy it was to cut these out. All I'm going to do now is attach the two together. So I'm going to take some tacky glue, and choice of glue really is your own choice. I've just got some of our Kalal tacky glue decanted into our fine tip applicator. I'm doing well with all these big words this morning, Joe. Doing well. I think I've swallowed the dictionary. Remembering all the things, she says. Right, so I'm just going to pop that onto the top and then turn that around, line that up, and then you've got your acetate behind that lovely bottle, okay? And what that now does, it means that nothing's going to seep through it, because the last thing you want when you're doing a shaker card is to lose all your bits when you shake it. You don't want to be doing that, so that's what that's there to do, is to stop anything from coming through. Now, I don't know if we've got this on the show today, Joe, but if it's not on the show, check the website out, which is our shaker foam.
Shaker foam. Shaker foam.
It's our foam on a roll.
Foam on a roll.
And it's perfect for the shaker card.
I believe there is some on the website, Debbie.
Absolutely. And all you're going to do is just follow the design around there. And the wonderful thing about it being on a roll is, Joe, it's easy to manipulate. So you don't have to be taking... I know that there's foam pads there, and you could do this with foam pads if you really wanted to.
So am I right in thinking, Debbie, the technique for all of these, the actual technique in the demonstration, it's the same as it for all the dies? There's nothing new. Once you've mastered one, you've mastered all of them. Is that right?
Once you've mastered one, exactly that. They all work in the same way. So you will cut out your main element of your die, which I've got there, pop the acetate behind it, pop your shaker foam. If you're wanting this to stand proud on your card, if you were doing it a different way, like going underneath, then you wouldn't necessarily need to do that. It'd be a different way of doing it. But we've got lots of tutorials on the website, literally. Now, I'm just going to bring in my card blank. I want to keep this nice. I've already made one ready, because I want a couple of bottles on there. I've got my, what's it called again, Joe? Coke. Oh, wouldn't that look lovely?
We don't really have corks now, because all of our wine has screw caps now, doesn't it? So you don't really use corks very often. Apparently, like really expensive wine still has a cork in it. Christine's commenting, she's saying, I have all of these products, so it's going to be a great show to watch. You're going to make sure I open them all and start using them again. Carol's saying, good morning from Ohio. Ohio, Carol. Good morning from Michigan. Tom Terry's also in Ohio. Ohio, Tom Terry. And I can see, Robbie says that she's got this, and she also loves all of her vintage lace. The vintage lace, Debbie, I think it's fair to say, is one of the most popular ever
so excited.
Signature collection. So we'll come on to that in a bit. That's looking fantastic. Fantastic for an invitation, maybe that.
Absolutely,
bottle,
I've kept it quite classic. I've used our this is our luxury glitter cardstock. I hope none of the bosses are watching because I haven't done that thing where you gut it because I am actually covering a lot of that up. It's very naughty of me because it's almost a waste. And do you know what you could do if you gut that out? You could use the rest of it to actually to do your shaker elements with.
I see. Great idea.
Absolutely. Now I'm keeping my card black, but we've got some amazing embossing folders on the show as well, Joe. They need to go and check that out because we've got a lovely embossing folder collection.
Basically, I mean, all the details right now, Debbie, all the deals are live right now over on our website. So get over there, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. It's all live. Get shopped ahead. So many of you are shopping ahead. I'm going to be giving you stock updates soon on pretty much everything in the show. That's how busy we are. Immediately this morning. I think we've just got so many new viewers these days, Debbie, with so many people being, stuck at home and taking up crafting. How many friends of yours? I know loads of my friends have got into crafting for the first time recently.
Oh, God, do you know what, Joe? A lovely thing was, I was on Create and Craft the other day and I had a message through, because I'm always open to DMs through my public page.
Oh, slide into my DMs, hon.
Slide into my DM there, Joe. I'd finished the show and I'd come back and somebody had wrote, is this the same Debbie Robinson from Barnsley? And I answered and I saw the name and recognised it. And do you know what it turned out to be? It
First
turned
boyfriend.
out to be a really, really old neighbour of mine from many moons ago, Mandy and Mark, bless them. I absolutely love them as neighbours. And she'd actually reached out through Facebook to see if it was me. And yes, it was. So it was lovely. So we've stayed in contact with me. Friends on Facebook. It's absolutely fabulous and lovely to catch up because they really were beautiful neighbours. So yes, it's like things like that. People just coming in to have a look how crafting, how it all works. I know the Colour Me Happy shows are doing so amazing.
So popular. Illustrators
popular.
with Friday. It's tomorrow.
It's exciting.
Where's
tomorrow. Is it our
gone?
lovely Leanne as well?
Yes, Leanne, myself and Leanne. Oh, do you know as well, Debbie, you remember, I don't know if you saw them, the images that our Stacey in the office designed of our nurses and doctors.
Beautiful.
We've turned them into stamps and 20% of the money that from the sale of them goes to the World Health Authority's COVID-19 Solidarity Relief Fund. They're going to be on the shows tomorrow. They're live now on the website. You can go and check them out on the website. I can't remember, is it called the Hero? Our Stamping Hero Collection is what it's called. So do go and check them out. Yeah, so if you're buying them in the UK, £4 from each sale will go straight to that COVID-19 fund of
That's
the
an
WHO.
amazing, worthy cause. I love that idea. I think it's fabulous. And those stamps are absolutely beautiful. Stacey's such a talented lady. She really is. Right, Joe, so while we've been busy talking, what I've just done, you can see I've got some bits down here. I'm using some nice silver sequins for this bit to match my lovely bottles. So what I'm going to do is I've just popped a few down there. I've removed the backing off my foam and I'm just going to pop, let me make sure I've got that nice and neatly in there and just pop that onto the top. And I'm going to do exactly the same with the other one. Let's have the bottle going the other way. Let's just make sure I thin that out. There we go. And then you're going to pop that one over the top as well. And then the last thing I'm just going to add on there is that lovely word, that's the celebrate. And I've cut that out in some of this beautiful glitter card. I love glitter card, Joe, but I've kept it really nice. And I say classic, but it is a very...
classy.
Dead classy. Now, let me just move those down and show you when you come in close up, you've got that lovely shaker element now. Very quick, very easy to do. We have given you the dies to be able to create that shaker element, that lovely shape design with ease. You saw how quick it was to do. You're going to be able to make some amazing cards. This is just a very simple, straightforward, classic card. But think of all the lovely things that you can do with these. Absolutely amazing. Love them.
Absolutely. I've nailed what's in each collection now. So I'll get that right for... good job I didn't do it when Sarah was here. Oh, God, I really got told off. I wouldn't have got told off, by the way. Now, I just want to take you through. So, item collection number 1 is this one here. So in that one, you've got Let's Make Cocktails. This is your Let's Drink collection. So you've got Let's Make Cocktails, and you've also got Prosecco Celebration, which is the one that you just saw Debbie demonstrating. Now, the second collection, in that one, what you've got is the Sweet Birthday and you've got the hip hip hooray in there as well. So that's collection number 2. However, when you buy them both together, we give you this one completely free of charge, which is great. And this is your Love Always. Who doesn't want a little bit of love in their life? And that's, again, fantastic. I need to let you know, though, that 25% of this big collection has gone. Whether that makes it to the tonight's Cartload show remains to be seen. What often happens is we'll have the individual collections for the later Cartload show, but the big collection may have sold out and gone. So it's always great to grab it in the preview if there's something that you've got your eye on and that you like. Now, I need to go back to this paper pad. Very, very busy on the paper pad. Our paper pads are always so busy. Let me flick it this way for you so you can see it. People multi-ordering on this one. You can go for several of these if you want to. I want to just show you that frame there, because that, if you fussy cut, if you love like our Craig does to get your decoupage scissors out and have a little bit of fussy cutting, as a corner that's going to be beautiful. Use it on a scrapbook page. Maybe use it as a pocket to slip something behind if you want to as well. You've got some wonderful floral backgrounds. You've got that beautiful background paper, a lovely frame, again we could fussy cut that. I think the great thing is about having it in a pad as well, that it keeps it all really nice and pristine. I know that a lot of you will be doing with this, a lot of you will be going for one for looking at and one for using. £8 or £12.91. What I'd like to do is just take a moment, give you a bit of a rundown on some stuff that we might not spend too much time on in the preview, but we will definitely see it tonight in the Cartload, the main Cartload, which is 4 till 6 in the UK or 11 till 1 on the East Coast. This one here is this is collection 1 of your Gemini Decorative Outline Die Collection. 3 beautiful outline embellishment dies, wonderful for paper piecing, great for your stained glass window techniques because of the amount of open space that you've got on them. £27 or $30 to get that one. There is a second collection as well. And collection 2 in there, you're going to get, this is the bird in there. You've got the heart, you've got the star. Is that a star? No, it's a butterfly. Oh, Joe, what am I like? You've got the bird, the butterfly, and you get the heart in there. Now, the best way to get the best value, though, is to get the complete collection, because it's £27 to get either collection. We get them together, £50, $58. That is the best value when you get them in that configuration. You've got a 35% saving there on that. You've got the embossing folder collection on the show as well. Very busy on this. 4 amazing embossing folders there. And also 2 of those are cut and emboss folders as well. $19.98, $24.94 is your price to grab all 4 of those, which is fantastic value. Let's just come back. Let's recap again the vintage lace collection, because it is very, very busy already. I'm going to go through the metal die collection for you first. You know, in here, what you get is the Chantilly Lace in there. Now, great as a border, loads of different ways of using this. I'm sure our lovely Debbie will talk us through some options of using this. I think with this die, when you see it in this configuration here, you don't immediately see what you're going to be able to use it for, but it's such a versatile one, this, isn't it, Debbie, the Chantilly Lace?
Absolutely. It's one of those as well, you can extend yours, so without using the outer part of that die, it's actually an extendable die, so there's no cut-off point. So it means you can extend it to larger and larger. Perfect. Exactly. Yeah. And you can wrap around bigger items or have big statement pieces when you're using it. Absolutely
wonderful. So you're going to get that one in there. That's great. You're also going to get as well the Schmetterlings, the butterfly, Kaleidoscope of Butterfly. What is kaleidoscope in German? Kaleidoscope des Schmetterling is what it is. So now you know. What's great about this one is it's in 3 different sizes, so you can tier them up, layer them up on top of each other, or you can have them all separately. I mean, you can't have too many butterflies in your stash, can you? Let's face it. You're also going to get the 2 foliage, so you're going to get the vintage vines, which is this one here, and you're also going to get the botanicals as well. Great for using with your flower forming foam. You're also going to get the 2 flower dies, so you're going to get the vintage rose, which is this one here, and you're going to get the petite posies as well. So all of that is amazing. So you've got 21 individual dies in there for £30, which is great. Now let me show you the frames and embossing collection that we've got for you too. So this is your Venetian lace embossing folder. This has been such a popular one. It is so detailed, and the great thing about our embossing folders is they give you such sculpture. It's like it sort of sculpts and presses and molds the cardstock for you. We've got a couple of frame collections as well. Now the frames are really really versatile. Loads of uses for them. Great as frames. Wonderful to create matte and layers. They're kind of like really fancy matting and layered, really fancy nesting dies with added detail, which is great. You've then got as well the Rococo frames, which is this one just here. And these, again, are gorgeous. These are square, whereas the other one was oval. £20 or $24 gets you all of that. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I want both, Joe. Well, you can have both. And when you buy both, what we're going to do is we're going to give you some freebies as well. So if you buy both, we're going to give you free of charge the beautiful A4 textured linen cardstock. Now this one on its own should be $9.99 if you got that on its own, which is fantastic. Then what you should be paying is $4.99 for the satin ribbon, and then the rub-on should also be $4.99. So you've got £20 worth of extra value. You're saving more than you're spending with the vintage lace collection. How much of the stock's gone here? Wow, a fifth of the stock of this has gone on the big bundle. And this is only a preview. We're only a quarter way into the preview. The great thing is as well, when the big collection sells out, we'll still bring you the other collections. What it means is when you buy these two together, when this is sold out, we won't give you the £9.99 of cardstock. You won't get the £5 worth of ribbons, and you won't get the £5 worth of rub-on. So absolutely get the best value. That's what I want you to do. Just going to pop into the comments, June, how salacious. June says that embossing folder reminds me of fishnet stockings. Good morning from Colorado, says Evelyn. Sandy, one of our regulars, is here in North Carolina. Hi, Sandy. Susan says, I got my 78-year-old neighbour interested in making cards now. Good thing I have two of everything, but it will stay in my craft room, not taking out the back slider to her back door. Sorry, Loretta, it's all mine. Nora's asking if I can say my famous saying. I think, if we get busy enough later, before the end of this show, maybe I will. It's not like I control it, Nora. It's involuntary. It's like, it just comes out when the time is right. And Jean saying, I love karaoke. Won a holiday singing These Boots Were Made for Walking. Imagine winning a holiday. I would not be winning a holiday. I'd have to send you on a holiday. I think she won a karaoke. She won a holiday. Yeah, honestly.
Wow.
Jean Marie won a holiday. I've never won. Have you ever won a holiday, Debbie?
Nope, never. I could do with winning an holiday. I try. You've got to be in it to win it though. But I fancy winning an holiday, Joe. How amazing is that? Now, how amazing is this? This collection is absolutely stunning, and this is we're just the warm-up act today for Javsara this afternoon tonight. We're the warm-up act. So literally, if you want to grab this before you actually leave it till tonight, get it now. She won't mind, I promise you she won't mind. She'll still got loads of demonstrations planned. What I'm going to show you is, because yesterday, if you did catch my show with our lovely Joe yesterday with the Creative Cravings, I did show you how you could use these frames. These frames are crying out, Joe, crying out to be used as card blanks. Look how fabulous this is. It is absolutely beautiful to use. And I'm using the cardstock that you're getting free if you're buying the whole collection. So that's amazing. Now, I'm going to start with cutting out individuals of the frames, and this is exactly what you're going to do. So you're going to cut it out a couple of times, okay? So I'm going to pop that onto there. Let's pop that combination that you would have with a thin metal die. So we're going back by adding the magnetic shim this time, Joe, because I'm back to using ordinary thin metal dies and not the other ones that come with the shakers, which are virgin on a multimedia die. Chunky die, yes, definitely a chunky die. So when we bring this through, you'll see just how gorgeous this is. Now, do you know what I've actually not mentioned? How many dies you actually get on this. Let me bring this in just for a second and just turn that around. You're getting 5 dies that are enabling you to cut out multi-frames, whether you want to layer these frames up in separate pieces. There's lots and lots of ways that you can use them, because you've got, and I mean, I'm using 2 of those frames from that collection. So that's the Baroque and the Rococo I can't say it any other way because I can't help myself, but literally beautiful dies that you're enabling you to cut out multi-layers when it comes to that die set. It's just fabulous, Joe. I absolutely love it. But the delicate feature of this frame, let me give that a little flick, is absolutely beautiful. I'll hold that there just for a second so you can see that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we're going to repeat the same again so that I can create that lovely frame. So let's just bring that back down.
There's a lot of love for your nails, Debbie, on social media. A lot of love for your nails on social media.
I've gone all purple and glittery and sparkly.
I love them.
Of course, well, it's our corporate colour, Joe. I can't wear it when I'm up here in colour-wise, so I've got to get it in somehow. That's my reckoning anyway. So again, I'm just going to repeat that, pop that through, and then literally I'll have got myself not only 2 frames, but a way that I can create a beautiful card base. So this is just one way that you can use these. There are multiple others. I'm going to show you some beautiful samples after I've finished this as well. So we've got some amazing samples. It literally is one of Sarah's best collection she's ever done. She won't mind me saying it's an absolutely gorgeous collection.
What would you do with this collection, Debbie? Who would you be giving it to? What kind of cards would you be using it for? Is it a birthday card kind of card? Is it a thank you kind of card? What would be the thing you'd use it for? I
would use this card, or this style of collection, because if you think about this collection, yes, it's got that lovely vintagey feel. However, it's going to cover a multitude of different occasions. It really, really is. So I would say birthdays, tick, yep. It's going to cover a birthday, anniversary, tick, yep, off there, because that's going to do that as well. Any kind of card, thank you card, sympathy card, so many ways, Joe, that you're going to be able to use this. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I've just brought in our Scoremaster, and I just said that really posh, didn't I?
You did, I just, in my head I thought, oh, Debbie's going up in the world, isn't she? Scoremaster.
Scoremaster. But what I just want to do is create myself a little, I said turnover, but a fold, so that my card, when it's standing, can stand proud. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I need to let you know that shaker card collection, a third of the stock of the Buy the Collection has already sold out and gone. Please be quick for that one.
Wow, that's amazing, absolutely amazing. And like I said, Joe, we're literally the warm-up act at the moment. There we go, so you can see it stood proud, a beautiful, there we go, standing there, ready to be decorated with the rest from this collection. And because I'm using my larger Gemini, let me just bring that in, in fact, I'll play it back in. I'm now going to use different pieces from that. I mean, I can't believe this is a freebie, Joe, this paper pad. I think it's amazing. So I'm just going to use some of the elements to be able to create my panels that are going to fit in really nice and easy. So I'm using the outside part for this one. So when you use this together, you're going to be able to create a separate frame in itself. What that would actually do would cut that frame out there. Absolutely brilliant. So the next one I'm going to use, I think I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Baroque one. I love how you said that. If it ain't Baroque,
don't fix it.
Absolutely. So I'm going to fit that on my plate as well. Let's pop that one on there. Let's bring in, let's have a think. Yep, I'm going to bring in this one as well. This is from the Baroque collection, but they work beautifully together. If you're probably thinking, she's lost plot, what's she doing, bringing it all in together? They work together. They work beautifully together. So again, I'll bring that one in. So you can see I've got quite a lot there on my plate, and then I'm going to run that through, and I'll have created, in one pass, lots of different frames to be able to fit on top and decorate that card.
I always think of these as almost like fancy nesting dies.
Yes.
Like nesting dies, definitely. But with a really fancy edge on them. I know we do scallop ones and torn ones and stitch ones, and these are just like when you're feeling really fancy, you know, when you've got your best undies on and all the good crockery out, these are the nesting dies that you use then.
Absolutely. So let me just move those plates to one side. Now you can see I've got my first layer. Let's take that one off. There we go, and that's going to sit into the card beautifully. Absolutely perfect. Then I'm bringing in the next one from the Baroque. So this time I've changed it up a little bit. So I've only used 2 frames up to now, and that's the Baroque. I think that's gorgeous. That's going to sit on top of there as well. So you can see it all coming together. Debbie. Absolutely, it looks beautiful when you bring them together, and it just screaming out for you to have a little play. when you've got your cardstock, get your card cut out in all sorts of different colour and have a little play with it. See what works, see how it works. If you like the idea of doing look at that, Joe. That's just all of those done in that one pass. And I've not even started on the decoration part just yet. Let me just bring in these because... Can I bring in my favourites?
Of course. You can, Debbie, you're in charge. You do, hun. You do what you want to do.
I absolutely love this Kaleidoscope of Butterflies. It is beautiful. 3
You
large
love the
dies.
butterflies? Are you kidding me?
I have a terrible addiction to butterflies. I'm just going to use the small.
Maybe we should set up like a new group for people that are addicted to butterflies. We could call it Schmetterling Anonymous. What do you think?
And you know what, Joe? It's not just the fact that it's a metal dye butterfly. I actually love the real thing. I just think it's the most amazing creature. I went
to Vietnam about 6 years ago, and I stayed in this little place, and it basically was like a commune, basically. It was kind of like these wooden shacks on a beach, and you paid and you didn't take any money around. There was only like 30 people there, and all of your food and everything was included. So you went there for like 4 days and you just didn't do anything really. But the butterflies were like birds, Debbie. I kid you not, they were probably they were just huge. When you walk through the trees, like you literally thought one was going to take you out. They were that big. They were so gorgeous.
Oh, wow. I'd have loved to have seen that. And I genuinely mean that. I would have loved to have seen it. But it looked absolutely amazing. Now,
I was a bit scared of them. I'm not ashamed to admit. I'm a bit of a scaredy pants though.
I'm not scared. I love that. Honestly, there's a place near Sheffield called the Butterfly House. I love going there. I take my little granddaughter there. My daughter won't go in. She don't like them. She doesn't.
Whereabouts is this?
This is in Sheffield. So this is. I wanted to remember district, and I keep forgetting. I could take you there in car.
Should we go now? Oh, we can't go now. After the show.
Honestly, it's a beautiful place. Well, it'll be open, obviously, Joe, because right now, obviously, things aren't as they would normally be. But they are a beautiful creature. So, yes, I do love dyes that have got butterflies on, but I do love the real thing. Now, I'm just sticking these down with my tape runner. However, you could be lifting these off by popping some foam underneath there if you wanted to give it a little bit of extra
chunky glue.
Chunky glue. I've got my chunky glue to hand as well already for me ribbing. But what I'm going to do now, this lovely thing about these butterflies is, you said about that feature, so you've got the wings, but we've got the skeleton behind it, so it means you can just pop that bit down, and I'm going to hold that up so I can show you what I mean. It means that you can leave your wings to lift off, and I think it's a really nice feature, this one. If you don't like this, then Joe, all you do is get your little scissors and you're going to snip the tail ends off. So I'm just going to pop that down onto there. It sounds painful when you say that. But it means that the wings will actually stay out of the paper, but it looks like it's floating. So when you leave that stuck down, just let me glue dry for a second. There we go.
Stephen says, if you're sitting on the fence about getting this, don't. Just buy it. I got the whole set. I sold 10 cards for £5 each with the box. I sold them within 5 minutes of posting a picture on Facebook. So I got my money back for the whole collection within 5 minutes. Best thing I've ever bought.
Oh,
now there's a glowing.
Now
there's a glowing recommendation.
Fabulous. Do you know what? I wish he could. Any chance he could send a picture in? I'd love to have a nosy. I really would love to have a nosy.
Yeah. Studio at crafterscompanion.com if you know. Studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk if you want to send it in to me. I'll get there. I'll get there in the end, just eventually. Eileen says she just got this collection in the mail and she's going to make a get well card for her next door neighbour.
You see, covering all those occasions,
Absolutely.
Joe.
Janet says, morning Joe and Debbie. Huns, shut the front door, shut the back door, put the blinds down and bring the bins in. It's the fantastic duo, Joe and Debbie. Joe, have you put your bin out? Oh, I put the bin out yesterday and they didn't empty it because I put grass in the recycling. So now I've got to fish all the grass out of the recycling or they won't take it away.
No.
Debbie, you think the bicycle was a saga. Wait till I tell you about the bin saga later. It's never ending, me and those bins.
Oh no, and I throw all my rubbish in there. Have I put the wrong rubbish in the wrong bin?
I've got to do a bit of bin diving anyway. So I mean, you've not really done any harm, to be fair.
Oh, bless you. Right, I've got my chunky glue out, Joe. My lovely 3D Kalal glue. Check the website out. There's some fabulous offers on the glues at the moment. What I'm actually doing though is I've made a bow with that beautiful satin ribbon that I believe, Joe, you're getting free again if you buy the whole collection.
Not just the ribbon, the paper and the rub-ons as well.
Exactly, and everything that I've made there. So this cardstock, and it absolutely is beautiful. Let me just move this out of the way for a second just to hold that up so you can see how beautifully it stands proud on its own. That's a good solid cardstock, beautiful colours that all match this collection to perfection, especially the ribbons. And I've just used a couple of the butterflies with those frames, just to show you how versatile it is to use them. We've got some amazing deals on the show today, and this is just like the warm-up part, but literally I honestly adore this collection. Great idea what our Stephen mentioned about selling your cards. Get them stuck on your sites, your Etsy sites, all those kind of things. You're gonna be able to make your money back tenfold, especially at this incredible price. I have never seen it that low. I just think it's absolutely fabulous, really is.
Really busy for this whole collection. You guys absolutely love it. Let me just show you again the different ways of getting it. So firstly, you can get the die collection if you want to get that. Great price on the die collection. I mean, you're saving, how much are you saving there? You're saving £27.94 and you're saving $33 if you're in the US. So you can either get it like that. That gets you the Chantilly Lace, the 2 flower dies, the 2 foliage dies, and the Schmetterlings as well. Or what you can get is you can get the frames and the folder. So it's your 2 frames, Rococo and Baroque, along with the embossing folder, £20, $24. You guys are not interested in those 2 collections though. Pretty much everyone going for the big collection, because when you go for the big collection, we give you the cardstock worth $9.99 included. You get the rub-ons worth $4.99. You get the ribbon worth $4.99. £20 worth of freebies. You're saving, in the UK, you're saving $66.88 on that. So it's fantastic value. You're saving nearly $90 in the US. It's why a quarter of the stock of that one has now already sold out and gone. Not even halfway through our preview 2 hours. Loads of you commenting away on Facebook. We absolutely love hearing from you. Don't forget to get your pictures into us as well. We'd love to see some of what you've been working on. But if you do want to watch and shop at the same time, then here's all the details on how. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there of how you can shop and watch at the same time. Oh, every time I see that video, it makes me long to go back to the barbers and have style and hair again, honestly. It's over my ears at the moment. I know I keep moaning about it. Are you probably thinking, oh, I wish you'd stop going on about his hair? My eyebrows have overtaken my face. It's like they're trying to join up my beard and eat my face. We'll get there in the end. We will all look fabulous again at some point in the near future, I'm sure. I want to go back to this paper pad. Really busy on this. Lots of you multi-ordering on this paper pad, and it is gorgeous. It's great, and actually I think this would go really well with your vintage lace collection. All of these floral themes would tie in really well. 8x8 is a really great usable size as well, whether you're using it for mats and layers, whether you're using it to decorate the insides of your cards. I think that would look great on the inside of a card. Again, floral backgrounds, some plainer backgrounds, and they've got a bit of everything really. You've got 54 sheets total in there, which makes that great value at £8 or $12.91, 15% off of that. I tell you what, Debbie, do you fancy showing us? Oh, before we go back to Debbie, 30% of the shaker card. 30% is that? 30% has gone already. That's amazing. Very, very busy on that. Debbie, do you fancy, I mean, everyone's loving the vintage lace. Do you fancy sticking with the vintage lace for a bit?
I know, I've had to shake it up a little bit, Joe. Just shake it up a little bit. Shake it up and let's go back, because you're loving this collection, which is why I don't mind, while I'm here, to just do what it is that needs me to show you just how fabulous this collection is. So I'm going to use this beautiful Chantilly lace border. Absolutely gorgeous. The thing I love about this is for the two different dyes that you can use it. So you're going to be able to create a solid, you're going to be able to create one that stays within the cardstock. Put them both together and what you get is a little panel that you can cut out. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Let me just bring this back for a second though, just so I can show you. Because this has got no outside cutting edge here on both sides, this is when you can really, really extend it. And I'm just going to delve in and grab one of the cards that I've got in my collection here, just to show you what I mean. So that's being used with that beautiful embossing folder, and inside's been decorated. But what I mean by this is that this has been extended, so you've got like a little belly band that goes around. I just think it's absolutely fabulous, and it's achievable because you've got this piece here that doesn't cut out. I just think it's absolutely fab. It really is. Now I'm going to use these two separately. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me grab my larger plate again. Let's bring them in so I can put them both on at the same time. And I'm going to pop that on there. Let's get that one on there. I've got some white cardstock, and then I'm choosing that beautiful cardstock again that comes with, well, if you're getting the whole collection, the whole lot, it's absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm going to pop that on there. I'm going to show you how to do this. So first of all, I'm going to cut the solid panel out, and then I'm going to stay within the cardstock. But then I am going to use this die over the top as well at the same, well, not at the same time, but separately. So what I'm going to do is just run this through the Gemini, pop that in the plates, feed it through the machine, let the machine do all the hard work, so I don't have to, because that's the beauty of the Gemini. Let that machine do all this hard work. It is a phenomenal machine. If you don't know what a Gemini is and you've only just tuned in, we always use it. Head over to the website, look at the tutorials on how we use this. Just a fabulous machine, it really is. So again, let's bring this out. So what that has done is cut that lovely solid piece out for me. So I've got my solid part. Pop that to one side. I'm going to take this off. Let me just pull off my low tack tape for that part. And then I'm just going to release that from the cardstock. So you can see now, and if I just poke out these extra little bits, let's give that a little poke out. I'm going to fill all my bits out. There we go. In fact, let me grab my die cleaning brush. Let's see if I can release the ones out there. Brilliant. I should have just done this in the first place. Would have made my life so much easier. Now, let me bring in the other die, because what I'm going to do now, this is the bit that stays within the cardstock, so it means that you're going to be able to create some nice panels if you want. But I want a full panel. So I've got my solid here, and now I want to have a little lace over the top, so I'm actually going to use that just there. So place that just on the top. In fact, I could do with my little box stand up to make sure I've got it into place. Die over there. I'm going to pop that one on that side, and there, that should release my lovely piece together. Now, bring him back in. Plates, run that through. I'm not going to run it all the way through though this time. I'm just going to wait for that top piece. Just
getting busier and busier and busier on this collection, Debbie. It really is, and such a great deal. I think we knew it was going to be this busy. We will bring it back in the later show, in the Cartload show tonight, but whether we're going to be able to give you the deal that gives you the £10 card pack for free and the £5 worth of ribbons and the £5 worth of rub-ons for free, who knows? So definitely what I'd say is get your order in, sit back and relax, and know that you've got the £20 worth of freebies coming to you, as well as those two collections. You always want to make sure you get the freebies, don't you, Debbie?
Absolutely, Joe, absolutely. So I've got my solid part, I've got my little piece here. I've just seen I've just got some tape left over. Let me remove my tape for a second. Tape. I love low tack tape, but it's a right pesky little thing. Sometimes you can't see it, still hiding.
I thought you were going to swear then.
No, pesky. Pesky's Pesky's a nice.
Pesky, it's not a swear word. I don't know why. I just thought you were going to do a little swear then.
Do you know why I've been saying pesky? I've been watching. Oh, it's not me watching, but loads of Scooby-Doo's been on telly. Do you know those pesky kids? That's right. So I've been saying pesky ever such a lot just recently. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to match these two up together. I've already got one pre-done as well, but you can see how easy this is to do. Think of all the different cardstocks that you have in your collection, what you could use. That paper pad you mentioned at the beginning, Joe. Perfect. It's screaming to be used in this. But I'm just going to use some of our dotty tape pens. And everybody knows I love my dotty tape pen because when you turn it over, you don't get any of those. I've got to say it again, Joe, because it's the only word I can think of. None of the glue bogies coming through. So you get none of that lovely gunk coming through or seeping through. It's completely clear of glue, which is why it is a must-have tool any crafter should have within there, and that just fits over the top absolutely beautifully. You've got that lovely rose feature. It's a lace feature. And do you know what else, Joe? You could make some really beautiful backgrounds if you multi-layered this, did this up a few times. You could actually cover the background of your card. Just think that's a nice idea.
I guess you could use it as a stencil if you wanted to sort of spritz through it or something as well.
Absolutely.
Get a bit inky.
Absolutely, Joe. Another great technique there. Yep, you could definitely use that as a stencil. So I'm just going to pop this just on there. Let's bring that down.
Now, tape runners, would you use them? Our tape pens, is that what you'd be using at home, or are you just using them for speed today, Debbie?
No. I use these all the time, Joe. This one is our standard tape runner. So there's 22 meters of ultra strong, and it really is. This card's not going to fall to bits. Once this is on, it's on. And then this one here is the ultra strong dotty tape pen. So again, really fabulous to use. Both do a job, different job, but both equally as good. Yes, I use it for speed sometimes when I'm doing crafting, but it is a go-to, which is why I absolutely go through lots of these. There might be 22 meters on, but when you make as many cards as what we do, literally you go through a lot. So I'm just going to pop on the back there. Let's pop some glue just on the back, and I'm going to frame just at the top now because this fits beautifully over. And in fact, I'll tell you its sizing. Let me give you the measurements. It is a 5x2 die. So it just shows you how fabulous that is. Size-wise, it's a really cracking little size. But I'm just going to decorate the top and the bottom of my card. And then what I'm going to do, you've already seen me cut the frame out. This is that Baroque frame again. I'm just going to frame, in fact, shall we go that way?
Oh, I love that you're going rogue.
I'm changing that up a little bit. I'm going to change that up a little bit. But you've already seen me cut one of these out, so I'm not going to repeat it, but I'm just going to show you how beautifully all of this collection works together. Popped a little foam pad behind there as well to give it a little bit of lift. And then I've used one of the rub-ons for the centre of this one. Do you want me to show you how easy it is to use the rub-ons? Let me just bring that in for a second because I want to show you how easy these are. These rub-ons are fabulous. You get a pack, you get 4 sheets, you get 2 in pink and 2 in white, and they come with a little carrier sheet as well to protect them. So that one is fabulous. It's got lots of lovely detail. Actually, Joe, look at that there. It actually matches that beautiful lace design of the die. It's absolutely beautiful. Lots of different sentiments on there. You've got them set in white, and then you've got absolutely love these. You've got lots of different swirls and flourishes, butterflies on there, again in pink and again in white. Very, very easy to use as well, Joe. And by that, let me bring in my white one. I'm going to bring in my little
scissors. We're having a very busy show, Debbie. There's over 500 people watching us across both platforms. And on that note, if you've got anyone that you think would love these deals that you're seeing today, you can share the stream by all means. It gives you the option to do it at the bottom of the page. You can also set an alarm as well, Debbie, you know, so you get a notification every time we go live, so you don't need to miss a thing as well. So that's maybe a great way to go. A lot of the stock, I think, may be gone by the time we get to the latest show. I just wanted to say a lot of love for this collection as well. Hannah Horn saying, I love the vintage lace collection. It's such lovely detailed dies. Hi, Hannah.
Hello, Hannah.
Still using the lovely soap, Hannah. Thank you so much. Lynn says, I love the vintage lace collection as well. And Lynn has got us in her ears. Sometimes she goes to the loo and she leaves us on because she's got her wireless earbuds in. Because I was saying, I wonder how many people genuinely watch us on the loo. I bet a lot of people do end up watching us on the loo. I'm terrible for a scroll when I'm on the loo.
Wherever I am, sometimes when I'm in the green room down at Peterborough, I have you in my ears. When I'm in the car, I put you on in the car. Obviously, I don't watch you in the car, but I listen to the audio. I put it through the audio of my car. I may have once or twice been doing other things as well, as in bathroom area. Oh. That's what I meant. Lord in heaven, think. Right, but yes, I have you on all over because that's the beauty of it. And guess what, Joe, as well?
Everywhere by the sounds of it.
I have you on my big telly. That's what I do. I have you and Sarah on my big telly because that's what you can do through the power of all these wonderful mediums that we have just of late, modern technology. Right, so let me go back. Let me go back to what I was saying.
Focus, Debbie, focus.
Focus. So I've used some of the cardstock here and I've just cut out a little part of this. You've got a little lollipop stick that comes within the pack and all you're going to do, very simply, is just rub it. It could not be any easier. Take the side of the stick or whatever feels comfortable for you. That's the best way I would describe it. And you're just going to rub it. Do you remember when we were younger, Joe? I don't know if you did it. We did. Me and my sister did. Do you know when you used to do rubbings on... I'm trying to think of the right word here. We aren't getting myself into bother.
Don't start to dig yourself down. I can't dig you up another hole today, Debbie, honestly. I'll have to go and get my hard hat and my high vis in a minute, see digging you out these holes. Go on, what are you going to say?
Well, we used to do rubbings on stones and things like that. This is that kind of technique where you take some paper over and you rub over and get that lovely technique, but with adhesive.
I can't say I ever did that.
Did you not do that?
It was all games consoles and football when I was a kid.
See, you lived in a more modern world than me, Joe, because there must be a fair few years difference between us, because there were no such thing as one of those. I remember the first time we got one of those consoles. Oh my God, amazing! But it was one of those backed from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen. I
remember the first one we owned. My grandma bought it for me and my brother, and it was so much money. I think it was like £225, and this was probably, I was maybe 9 and Reese would have been 5. So this was like 25 years ago. So it was a lot of money. And we told my granddad it cost £115 off the top of my head, and we told my granddad that it cost £11.50. And we had a football game. It was 1996, I think. Or was it 2000? I'm not sure. It might be 2000. It was a long time ago. But we played that until it wouldn't play anymore.
I can't believe. I mean, it's crazy when you think about how far modern technology has come in such a short space of time. Absolutely amazing, isn't it? But I'm just showing you now. Let me go back to what I've been doing. So while I've been busy talking, I've already pulled off. You can see my beautiful sentiment there. I've popped on a little butterfly. Can't help myself, but it is beautiful. And again, just rub it across. Now, when you lift off, a little top tip. If you're lifting off and you feel you've missed an area, just pop it back down and do it, Joe. There is another little technique that our Fiona uses where she runs it through her Gemini machine.
Oh, really?
So you could run it through the Gemini machine to get the pressure on as well. So if you have got dexterity problems and the stick is not good for you or it hurts your hand to hold, just run it through your machine on a normal embossing platform. But if I just bring that in close, you can see how beautiful that rub-on transfer adheres to the cardstock. Absolutely fabulous.
Any tips for not denting the cardstock when you put the rub-on on? Hannah's saying that she dents a cardstock. Also, people saying that it's similar what you were describing to brass rubbings and coin rubbings.
Yes, exactly. That was what I was thinking. Although me and my sister used to do anything that had got, like used to go to signs and stuff like that, and if it had some raised features, that's what we used to go and do. We used to have to fill us time with all sorts of activities when we were younger, Joe, because we simply didn't have that modern technology.
Maybe that's why you're so resourceful now, Debbie.
Exactly maybe why I'm so crafty. But literally, going back to that question, was it Anna that asked it?
It was Hannah, said how to not dent the cardstock.
Yes, so when you're using your rub-on, I'm just going to pop my little thing there, I'll show you the card in a moment. When you're using your rub-on, the trick to it is not to apply too much pressure. So a gentle rub along and then lift off just to see if it's taken. If it hasn't, go back on and then just go again over it. the reason you're probably getting the indentations, Anna, is probably you're putting too much pressure.
Okay.
You're probably giving it a good old whack to think that you've got to get it on there, but you don't need to. Just gentle strokes across there and you should be all right. Now, I've cut the card together. Shall we go in close so you can see that a little bit closer? How beautiful do those look together? That Chantilly lace border, the Baroque frame and the larger of the butterflies. When you put that together, even though it's on plain cardstock, it looks really, really effective. Again, really beautiful. I adore this collection. Absolutely an amazing price. I can't get over that price for the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
the
great,
whole
isn't it?
collection. It's more than half price off.
Saving more than you're spending.
Amazing.
Which is amazing. £50, $59 gets you the lot. Remember, you're going to get all those freebies as well. Now, someone's been sending it. Oh, this is a little bit gorgeous, isn't it, Debbie? Can you see this one? Look what Wendy sent us in. Oh, my.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely.
Is that the
gorgeous.
2 frames that she's used there?
She's used the Rococo frame, the Baroque frames on there, the rub-ons are on there. Absolutely beautiful. Just showing you as well, though, even though the cardstock, we're giving you cardstock that matches colours together. If you want to use it with your other cardstocks, you create a different effect. That was stunning. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, who was that again that did that one, Joe?
Wendy.
Wendy, that's a beautiful, beautiful
really gorgeous
card.
I need to remind you of this card stock on that note as well. The paper pad, the floral delight. So it's 180 GSM. You've got 54 sheets in here as well. Let me do it this way for you so you can see. But you can see just this. There are lots of you, pretty much more of you multi-ordering this than going for single items on this one as well. It's a really gorgeous paper pad. What was it? I said it looked like care home wallpaper. No. What's the word? Stately home wallpaper. That's what I was going for, which is what it does. It's very sort of Kath Kidson, Laura Ashley, that kind of general feel to it. It really is lovely. It's got a bit of a sort of a kitsch element to it, which I love. £8 or $12.91 if you want to go for that. Now, we need to take a look at the outline dies. These are really, really busy. So collection 1 gets you, let me just grab these and get myself organised. There we are. Collection 1 will get you the rows. Now these are so great. Maybe if you've loved the idea of paper piecing, but you just don't have the time for it, I think these are going to allow you to paper piece beautifully, which is amazing. You've then also got in this one here the Ditzy Bloom, which is that one. Again, a lovely floral element there. And then what you've got, this one's my favourite, I think, you know, the floral arrangement. I think it's such a pretty die. Maybe colour that up as well with, I'd love to see maybe like a wash behind it, something like your aqua markers or something like that. I bet it would look gorgeous with that. Then what you've also got is collection number 2, this one here. And in collection 2, you've got your butterflies. That is a really massive statement die as well. It is really, really big. It's absolutely huge. Did I say I thought it was a bird earlier? It is massive. You're gonna love it. Then you've got the bird as well. This one is your blue tit. Then you've also got here as well, no laughing, Debbie. You've also got here as well, she's having a little titter about my blue tit. You've got your decorative heart there as well. However, if you want the best value, the best way to get them is to get them all together, because then we give you even better value on these. I think it's £50 if you're in the UK to get them all together, or $58, which is fantastic, saving more than a third on these as well. 15% of this is already gone. We haven't seen it. Debbie's getting herself ready for a demonstration on this. I know a lot of you are excited about seeing it from what I've been reading in the comments as well. A lot of people saying, Wendy, that's gorgeous. Robin is saying, Ruth's saying that this is her favourite collection this year, the vintage lace, which is amazing. Gorgeous card, says Lynn as well. Lovely card, says June. Hannah says thank you for the tip about the rub-ons. Robin saying that her pokey tool and tape runner arriving today. She cannot wait to try the tape. Let us know. Drop into the comments later in the later show and let us know, Robin, if it's there, how you get on with that. We're having a really busy show. Don't forget, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, it's so easy to do that. crafterscompanion.whereveryouare.co.uk.com or .eu. I love that you savvy shoppers that join us for the preview as well. You're getting a bit of a head start, because let's face it, most people in the States, it's now 7 AM on the East Coast. I wouldn't be up There's no way if I lived on the East Coast at 7 a.m. or anywhere in America, I'd be up at this time of the day. So you're getting a head start before everyone gets up today, which is fantastic. And don't forget as well as this preview, you've got a full 2-hour show coming later as well. Now, Debbie, you were telling me before the show just how much you love these. They're very, very effective, aren't they?
Absolutely. I get really excited. Joe knows because I've talked about this before. I get really, really excited when we bring new concepts, new dyes, new collections. And this, again, a beautiful collection of very statement pieces. These are called the outline dyes. Now, I say outline, doesn't sound right. Engraving feature. It's an engraving die. It absolutely is stunning. Very classic. I'm going to show you a few samples of the way that our design team have used these. Are absolutely beautiful. This is that gorgeous outline fillet, and I say filigree because it really is. It's a lovely dainty feature to it, but really statement, and you can use all sorts of different things. That has been used with some Harmony ink pads behind there to create that beautiful effect. Look how gorgeous this one is. This really is a very, English rose. It also reminds me a little bit of that, one of my favourite Disney films of all time, has got that feel to it. So this is
La Vie en Rose.
The Beauty and the Beast rose. Do you know the one underneath the little thing that all the petals drop off? That's the one it looks like. It's absolutely
Taylor's
gorgeous.
Oldest Time.
That's the one. That's the one. But screaming out to be paper piece, because that's been paper pieced and looks phenomenal. Just keeping it really simple. Works beautifully with our adhesive sheets, which I know we have on the website. Go and have a look at the adhesive sheets. It makes this very simple, really lovely and effective. Keep it really simple. Look how striking that one is. Very simple. And using some of our nesting dies behind there, and then just cut out into black cardstock, and that looks absolutely amazing. Look at this one as well, just taking little elements of it. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing with this one next. Just want to show you, look at that blue tit. Now we say blue tit, Joe. It can be any coloured tint you want it to be.
Wow.
Because look at that one, how gorgeous that looks with the aqua markers. Now we've got aqua markers on the show today. I say on the show, we, being the royal we, me, you and Sarah later has got them coming up as well. But just showing you different ways that you can use these. I think these dies, and look at that butterfly. Oh my God, is that the most amazing butterfly you have ever seen? It is stunning. Let me move these out of the way, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the love heart. I did this very similar demonstration when I was down at Create and Craft, and I had lots and lots of comments. So I thought I'd recreate it, because you guys might not have seen that show. So I thought I'd recreate it because it is absolutely beautiful. Kept it very monochrome. Normally I'm quite colourful and lots of colour that I usually throw at everything, but I'm keeping it nice and simple by black and white. Black matte cardstock, white stamping cardstock. You'll find it on the website if it's not on the show. Now, I'm just going to show you simplistically how this die works. This is a beautiful die. Like I said, lots of different ways. You could use this as a stencil once you've die cut this out and stencil through there. You could paper piecing, I've talked about paper piecing, placing it on in different colours and paper piecing back in. Also that stained glass, a window effect, if you pop it onto some acetate and then colour behind the elements, you're going to be able to get some really, really stunning effects. So, pop that on there. Let me find my rest of my plates. Let's bring these back in. I think I might have lost my magnetic shim, Joe. Just give me a second while I have a little delve down in my bag.
I'm sure you're not alone, Debbie.
I haven't lost it at all. It was in the bag. It was in the bag. So let's pop that through. I'm just using my smaller plates this time because it is a die that will fit on your Gemini Junior. So let's let that do all the hard work, and then I'm going to show you when you use it multiple times, because I have cut it a few times. While Joe was busy working last night, I was busy at the kitchen table, not just eating, but playing as well.
What did you have for dinner last night, Debbie? I'm starving. I can't wait for my lunch
do you know
today.
what I had, Joe? Shall I tell you? I had a delicacy that's known around here. That Parma, is it Parma?
Oh yeah, where did you get that from?
I might be saying it wrong, but I found it in the little supermarket just near the house, and it was Parma. Oh my
Was it
goodness.
like a, what did you just sort of put it in the oven and heat it?
Put it in the oven, add it with a lovely great big fresh salad, because I'm right into my salads at minute, that time of year. But literally it was the most amazing dish. I totally understand, because I couldn't make that lovely meal that we were supposed to be going out before all this started. Do you remember before lockdown? You and Bernie and Craig went and had
yes, when we went and had a Parmo.
Absolutely. And literally I found it and I got so excited. I thought, I'm trying that. Oh, Joe, it didn't disappoint. It was
it's good, isn't it?
stunning.
I must say, I've only had one Parmo. Hopefully, when the restaurant's open again around here, we'll be able to go out for Parmos again. Debbie. But apparently they do them in like the fish and chip shops and stuff, you know.
You're kidding me.
That's like that's where it started apparently, and now they serve them in restaurants. Yeah. You know the Chippy's still open, don't you, in the village?
With a battered Mars bar.
Yeah.
What a delicacy that is. Or as anybody else, because Joe thinks I'm really weird. I'm just putting a call out right there. I'm intrigued by this, right? I'm intrigued to know if you know what a battered Mars bar is. I first tasted one when I visited Edinburgh. Oh my days. It's like melting your mouth chocolate. And everybody looks at, you did what with a Mars bar? I didn't do it. It's delicacy that you offer. And round the corner from the house, Joe, that lovely fish and chip shop does battered Mars bars. Mwah. Absolutely gorgeous. Do you like a battered Mars bar?
Yes.
Let us know. Drop them in comments. Let me have a nosy if you do like them too. And I'm not the only weirdo.
I'd love to know. Or you can let us know about sort of random things that are in your area. You know, let me know over on Facebook about what the sort of delicacies are where you are. When I was a kid growing up in Essex, it was jellied eels was one of the real delicacies. So it's like, eel, as you'd imagine, and it's sort of chopped and cooked, and then the liquor that it's in, the stock that it's in turns to jelly, and you eat them, you sort of get them out, so it's like fish in jelly. Have you never had it? Have you seen it before, Debbie?
Oh, my stomach. I've not had my breakfast yet.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Jellied eels?
I've heard of them, but not a delicacy I wish to try. That's not what I wish to try.
It's hard to eat because you have to eat them, and there's obviously a bone in the middle, so you have to kind of like, you put it in your mouth and then try and eat round the bone and then try and remove the bone. It's very tricky. You have it with crusty bread and loads of white pepper.
Right, Joe, let me get away from the
ooh.
food because my stomach's churning a little bit, especially after jellied eel comments. Right, so what I've just done is I've used our dotty tape pen again because this is a fabulous example of using the dotty tape pen. But what I've done is just pop a coating on the back, and then I've got a piece of cardstock 5x7, and I'm just going to place these on randomly. So again, I'm just using this to give a bit of a decorated background by using these. And again, I've just die cut 4 of these. I know you've only seen me do one, but you don't want to see me doing them all, do you, Joe? You don't want to see me doing them all. So when I've got that on there, I'm now going to twist that round to fit it into place, okay? So let's pop that little bit. I've got a little bit of an overhang here, but don't worry because we're going to chop that off and use it. And then exactly the same, and it creates a lovely little feature. I'm just doing it in black and white to show you how lovely it looks within the black and white. So again, I'm just going to pop that over there, and then taking let me grab my 6-inch scissors for this one. I'm just going to snip over the edge parts. There we go. And I'm going to use that to fill in my little blanks. So just pop that on there for a second. I'm going to do exactly the same with this side. So snip that overhang off. Let me just get rid of that side and that one. And
loads of you sharing your things that you love. Rowena says it's quite nice. Some chip shops do battered Snickers now. That sounds good.
Ooh,
I love a Snickers.
Sounds delicious.
She says also quite like pineapple fritters. Lisa saying one man's delicacy is another man's yuck. Tammy says no offence, Joe, but that sounds disgusting. Lynn says
jelly eels, not my battered Mars bar.
Absolutely. Lynn says her parents both love jellied eels. That sounds so good, says Evelyn. Used to eat eel in aspic as a child all the time. I think eel in aspic is probably very similar to jellied eels. A battered Mars bar, defo a thing, but it's too sweet for me, says Diane. It's a Mars bar with batter and fried jellied eels. Yuck. Debbie Holiday says, coming from Devon, I think it's cream teas. I'm a bit controversial, though, because I prefer it the Cornish way of jam first. I don't care what way you put the jam on, whether it's jam first, cream first, it's all going in and it's all delicious.
You see, that's what I don't understand about that, Anna. Do you know, I don't understand. It goes in the same hole. It goes in the same tummy. So I don't understand why people get...
I don't know why jam or cream. Jam first, cream first.
Exactly. That's what I just don't understand. I love any.
I do love a scone with... A scone or a scone? What do you call it?
Scone.
Scone. Yeah,
scone,
me too.
Yeah.
Laura, what do you call it? Scone.
A scone. I've never heard it being called a scone before. It's a scone.
And here in the northeast we have cheese scones as well, which are delish. Savoury scones with cheese on. Have you had those, Debbie?
A cheese what?
Cheese scone.
Absolutely not. Keep your cheese away from your scones.
No, but they're not.
way.
They're not fruity ones. They're savoury ones. With butter.
No.
Delicious.
Oh no, not likely. That's not for me, that one. Right, so can I just show you what I've done while we've been busy talking, Joe? So
Absolutely.
I've actually just decorated that black piece of cardstock and made that feature as a background. You can have lots of fun with this, you really can. And then you can fill this up with your gems. You could put that if you wanted to. What I am going to show you is I just reversed this one just for a second. If I bring this round, Joe, I actually die cut it in black and then popped it onto some white stamping card, took my scissors and fussy cut all the way around to create a little bit of a frame there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back in my very favourite glue of all time, my lovely chunky glue, or as more commonly known is the 3D Kalal glue. Absolutely love this.
Anne's asking us, Debbie, do we put jam in our tea? No.
Jam in your tea?
No, I think she's confused because we said cream tea. A cream tea is where you have a cup of tea, then you have a scone with jam and cream separately. The lovely Jan, who lives in Ravello in Italy, she's talking. Now you're talking, Jan. This is my favourite one. Deep fried battered zucchini flowers, which are courgette flowers. Ooh. And you have them stuffed with goat's cheese and garlic. And then I've had them as well. We have a little bit of honey drizzled over the top of them as well. My, they are a taste sensation. Debbie, we need to try some of those.
Do you know what? That sounds right up my street.
Right up your Straza.
Absolutely. Now, there we go. Look, so while we've been busy talking about food again, my stomach is rumbling like crazy over here. But just showing you how dramatic it can look. But the outline die feature is got that beautiful filigree feature. I've just taken a couple of stamps, a lifetime of love. Just absolutely think it's fabulous. It really is a beautiful collection of dies. Honestly, Joe, if I would say to anybody, these definitely are a set of dies that are a must-have, covering all sorts of occasions again, really beautiful, on again another fabulous price, really fabulous price.
Yeah, these are fantastic. Let me just take you through what you're going to get included in. So set one, you're going to get the floral arrangement, you're also going to get the ditzy bloom, and you've got this one here, which is your rose demo as well. So you've got that, that's set one. Set two will get you the heart, you'll get the blue tit, and the Schmetterling as well, the butterfly. All of them together, though, is the best way to get the best value, because when you get them together, £50 or $58 is your price. Very, very busy on those. I know a lot of the stock will be gone by the time we get to the later show. 20% of the stock is already gone on those, so make sure you are quick for them. Right. Oh, can I just give you a heads up on something else that we'll be looking at in more detail a little bit later in the next show, is the aqua markers. These are always so popular. So they're a watercolour medium, but in a marker. So you lay down the colour with a marker, and then you can go in with your water brush or a brush and some water and watercolour them out. They're really, really lovely sort of cathartic craft to do. £48 or $62 gets you all of those, which is brilliant. You're saving almost a third there, which is great. Now, the Gemini embossing folder word collection, 2 sets, 5 embossing folders in each one of the sets. They're great value. $4.99 gets you all of them. They're half price. You buy one, you get one free. What do you do, Debbie? You buy one.
I said you get one free.
Absolutely you do. $4.99, $5.95. Make sure that is in your basket. You're hardly even going to notice it, are you? Remember as well, all these prices that we bring you and offer you here on Crafters TV, you going to still be able to get your Club Inspire discount off of them, which is fantastic. So I mean, silver members, you'll be saving 10%, platinum all the way up to 20% saving. The pop-out dies as well, we've got those on the show for you. Great value here. £25 gets you all of the sentiments that you can see there. So you've got things like with love in there, thank you, just for you, special friend is in there as well. £25, great value there, or $33 to get all of those. Jan says about the deep fried courgette flowers. I've never had it with a honey. And she says we're welcome anytime.
Joe.
We could go pop over to Jan's in Italy, have some bread and some cheese and a bit of salami and some courgette flowers.
Do you know, I've met Jan, Joe.
You've met Jan, have you?
I have met Jan.
Where?
Yes, she comes to Craftaganza.
Oh, really?
So, yes, I met Jan last year at Craftaganza. Lovely, lovely lady. Really lovely lady. Ooh. And she lives in an amazing place too. So, if that offer's on, Jan, I am definitely taking
We could take a crafty road trip.
Once it's all been lifted.
That would be lovely. I bet there's loads of nice wine and countryside. And pasta, Debbie, as well. Spicy sausage pasta.
Any kind of pasta, Joe. Chuck anything in a pasta. What a beautiful meal.
I've never met a carb I didn't like, to be honest, Debbie. Now, people saying that demonstration is gorgeous. June says her daughter treated her to an afternoon tea for her 50th and it was Harry Potter themed. That sounds fabulous, doesn't it? Now, I need to give you some stock updates. This one, the pop-outs, quarter of the stock there has sold out and gone. Do you fancy giving us a bit of a whiz round these ones, Debbie?
Absolutely, Joe, absolutely. I'm going to show you a quick couple of samples. Now, have you ever wanted to create a real wow factor when you open up a card? This is the set for you. This genuinely is the set for you. I love this concept. I remember many moons ago when I first started crafting, I remember a company actually had them already pre-cut. And I thought, what a clever idea. But I wanted to know how to do it myself. Tried to do it myself, completely failed. So I thought, forget that. And then Crafters comes along and we bring you a set of dies that create that wow factor. And what is that wow factor? Now, some of you will have already seen these. You will know what our pop-up feature is all about. But when you open up the card, looks like a box standard card from the front, although a very pretty one. But when you open it up, your recipient of this card is going to be like, what the hecky thump is that? That looks amazing. Absolutely beautiful statement pieces, very large font as well. A lovely quirky font when you look at these as well. Look how gorgeous that font is. Keep it plain or dress it up with different, that's absolutely stunning. It's been used with aqua markers, would you believe that, Joe? So all that effect there is on watercolour cardstock that's been created using our lovely aqua pens. So absolutely fabulous. And the last one there, that lovely special friend, it just really gives a lovely wow feature. But did you hear me say when I tried to do it on my own? Completely failed. But then I didn't have a set of dies that made it so much easier. This is the worker die. They all work in the same way. And on each die, you can see that we've got an outside cutting edge, but we also have some score lines in there, which make it very simple to use. There's even some instructions on the inside of the packaging telling you the sizes that you can do. Now, you can do these on the middle of your card, or like our Debs Fisher did. She did on the front of the card. Looked stunning. Equally as beautiful on the inside, on the outside as it is on the inside. But each one of these dies has got a couple of little, what I call here, just here, little nicks, notches. And that's where you're going to use this. Now, again, it explains in the instructions here on how to cut. What you're not going to do is you're not going to score all the way along. So I've taken a piece of cardstock, 10 by 7. You can use this whatever way you want, whatever size card you want, as long as it fits that within the middle. I'm just choosing this as a standard one to show you how simplistic this works. And then I'm going to line up, and you can draw yourself a pencil line all the way across, which you can rub it out afterwards. But you could have it higher up if you wanted, or lower down, depending where you want your pop-out feature to be. I'm just keeping it in the middle again to show you the effect. What I'm doing is placing on my little line mark that I have, I'm placing the tape just to hold it into place. Oh, that was a lot of tape there. And then I'm going to run this through my Gemini and let the Gemini or your other machines that you have in your collection, let that do the hard work. that die itself is going to be able to create that lovely feature just with a simple bit of manipulation, so to speak.
Jan's commented, Debbie, she's saying, that's so lovely, you remembering me, Debbie. I make spicy sausage pasta every week. Oh, that sounds... she says, I work with a chef doing classes, so I've learned so much. Hopefully we'll be there next March for Craftaganza. I hope we'll see you then.
Absolutely, yes. For anybody who doesn't know, we've had to postpone Craftaganza this year, just obviously with the current situation, but we will be back up and running next year, and we've got our first one planned in March. So yes, it'll be lovely to see you,
Date for
Jan.
the diary there.
Absolutely. Now, I'm just going to bring back in my Scoremaster. Oh, I said, I need to stop saying Scoremaster.
Do you think we'll be doing Craft Wars again?
Oh, I hope so. We had so much fun. So much fun.
Another comment here that's really tickled me and everyone else in the comments is Lisa says, any others from the US finding we've watched Crafters TV so much that we're starting to pronounce things like those UK peeps, starting to get funny looks from the fam. How funny is that? I bet she dropped something as like, what am I like?
Oh, what am I like? Oh, no, I can't. I don't realise I say it so much. And then I say it, and then I hear you, Joe. I can hear you echoing in my head. Right, so what I've just done is I've taken my score line and gone to the front of the first word here, and then I've just done exactly the same from the last word and take my score line and pop that down there. That's going to create the fold for the middle of the card, so I'm just going to give that a little manipulation while taking care with the rest of the word. Now when you bring this up, you're going to start with the bottom. This is the best way I can describe how you can do this. This is the what I call the fiddle bit. But it's worth the fiddle because all of the score lines are in place, all of the die bit is cut out as well. So you're going to bring that down and then fold that over. And these, if you just manipulate them into their place, let me just make sure I've got this right. You can see the score line, so you just need to give it a nice little score. If you want as well, a little top tip is before you pop that down, if you're finding it difficult, just go over the score line a little bit. Use your finger or your fingernail and help it get into place. And it will help when you are manipulating it to fold back in. And that means fold down, fold back, fold on itself, bring your scoring tool. Did you see how easy that was, Joe?
Really simple.
Really simple, really easy. But what you get is that lovely feature where that word pops out. Look how fabulous that is. Now I'm just going to bring this in. I'll decorate this up, Joe. I can hear you chuckling. What have you read?
Stephen says, I've watched you so much. I called my partner Joe the other day. He's like, who the hell is Joe?
I love it.
Ray says as well, my daughter runs around repeating Joe all day after hearing him. So funny. Yes, Angela agreeing that her pronunciation has got a little bit more English. She says, my son shakes his head and laugh. Christine's asking, do any of you know what a barm cake is?
A barm
Is that
cake?
What you call a barm cake?
Yes, I've heard of a barm cake. I have. Is that the one with currants in? I'm trying to think now. Is it like
I
an
thought a
Eccles
barm
cake
was just like a bread roll.
No, I didn't think it was. So we need. Who was it that? I said that? Was it Christine? Did you say?
Yes, I believe it was.
Yes.
Christine.
We need clarification, Christine. So drop back in the comments.
I think she's asking us because she needs clarification herself.
Oh, right. So anybody else watching who can help us out with a barm cake? I want to know what this barm cake is because I actually thought it was similar to an Eccles cake where it has fruit.
It's just a bread roll, just a soft, flat bread roll.
Oh, is
I thought
it?
it was.
Is it really?
Oh, you can have a chip barm.
A what?
A chip barm.
A chip? Does that not mean a chip butty?
Well, it does, but it's called a barm, not a butty. But also, you can call it a bread roll. We call it, right, are you ready for this? Because it's one of the... I made a TV programme years ago about sort of food and travel, and we were in Manchester, and we went through some of the things that are called just in Manchester. It's called a bread roll, a bread cake, a bap, a barm, a batch, an oven bottom, a muffin. There's so many. A stotty you have up here in the north. There's so many. We must have like 20 names for bread rolls or any kind of individual pieces of bread. There's so many different names. I enjoy eating all of them. None of them I don't like.
Right, oh Joe, I love it. I'll just love it. I really do. Now, can I just show you what I've done here while we've been busy talking? I don't know if I can turn that there. I just cut out again in a pattern cardstock, placed it on top of my white cardstock. I have then cut it out in black, but snipped out all the features so that the word actually pops out. And then I'm using the special friend as well, exactly the same way, where I've popped it onto some cardstock, but just snipped it out from the die to create that special friend. And what that actually does is make me able to decorate the front of my card so that when my special friend gets the card, she opens it up and she thinks, oh, that's really nice, Debbie. But when she opens it, she's like, wow, wow, look at that depth and dimension. It just looks incredible. And I've given it a little bit of a shadow drop to that feature, but just show you how beautiful that is. And then you can decorate it with whatever you want. Pop a little sentiment in there as well. But how fabulous is that? Very, very simple to do, very easy. The die does all the hard work. You're going to get your creative juices flowing. Think of all the ways that you can use it. You're going to have so much fun with this. A fantastic price for the whole collection. It really, truly is. And you're going to get that wow factor each and every single time, Joe.
Absolutely, you definitely grab those. Loads of different ways you can do that. Let's just recap exactly what you're going to get in there as well. Remember, you're getting 4 die sets within there, which is fantastic. 4 concept dies as well, which makes it really, I mean, just 4 dies would be great value at £25 or $33. To get 4 concept dies makes all the difference. £25 there or $33 gets you all of them, which is fantastic. You've got With Love, Just For You, Thank You, and Special Friend as well. You can use the multiples of them together if you want to as well. So loads of different ways of using those. I'm sure we'll see them again a little later in our second show tonight. Oh, what's a Belfast BAP? That's what someone said. A kitchen roll. Oh, paper towel. That's really different. Someone's talking about a cow pie as well. I've never heard of a cow
pie.
A cow pie. Don't forget the Belfast BAP. Well, I need more info, please, Liz, about what a Belfast BAP is. Right now, while I go and find out what a Belfast BAP is, why don't I share with you all the details of Club Inspire. Here's Sarah.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
I think you've been leading me up the garden path, haven't you, in the comments here, talking about a cow pie. Robin, I'm holding you personally responsible. She says, and then goes on to say so innocently, oh, you don't know what a cow pie is? It's what cows would do in the loo, which is a very nice way. She means a big cow pat, that's what she means. Yeah. Tammy says, oh, I grew up thinking a cow pie is something out in the cattle pasture you don't want to step in. You'd be right in thinking that, Tammy. We're having lots of fun there in the comments. Right, I need to remind you of some of the stuff that is really busy. The Floral Delight, I think, is fast becoming the hero of our Cartload show today. It is very, very busy. We knew it would be. You guys absolutely adore our, oh gosh, I'm all fingers and thumbs today, aren't I? You guys adore our paper pads. These are fantastic because you've got some borders, frames in here, bits you can fussy cut, some background papers. You've got some floral backgrounds. You've also got some plainer backgrounds in there as well. It's a real good mix of everything. So you're going to have a bit of something to do pretty much everything within there. It's really lovely floral patterns as well. Floral delights there. 54 pages. You've got 180 GSM there as well. £8 or $12.91. Right, let's go back to vintage lace. Let's run through exactly what you're going to get included here. So let me start off. You're going to get the Chantilly border firstly. This is your metal die collection that you've got just here. So you've got that in there. You then have your butterflies in here as well. So you've got the Kaleidoscope of Butterflies, 3 different sizes. You can agitate those wings and lift them up. I think he's having a little bit of an issue, that one there. We'll stick that back down. Then you've got, of course, all the foliage as well. So you've got your vintage vines and you've got your botanicals there as well. All of that's coming included. You're also going to get in there the vintage rose and the petite posies, which is these two just here. These are great flower dyes, wonderful for doing things like your paper flowers with. So that is your dye collection. The metal collection. You've then got your frames and embossing folder collection. So in here, sorry, I'm all over the show today, aren't I? You've got your Rococo frames just here. Perfect for mats and layers. They're like really fancy. Nesting dies is a nice way of thinking of them. You've got your Baroque frames in here too. These again, gorgeous. These are the ovals where the Baroque, whereas the Rococo were more square. And then finally, you've also got the beautiful Venetian lace. The Venetian lace embossing. I've just thought to myself, it's made me laugh. Did anyone see on my Instagram, I posted a picture and it was from a bus in Venice. And obviously people had said, don't go on public transport without a mask. And it was a picture of a lady sort of sat on the bus in a Venetian mask. I think she got the memo kind of wrong. That's the Venetian lace, always reminds me of that. Anyway, I digress. So you can buy those two individually. They're great value. But do you want this for free, £9.99's worth of cardstock? Do you want £5 worth of ribbon and £5 worth of rub-on, totally free of charge? Then get this item that's here on your screen, because it's basically like you buy the first 2 collections, we give you this completely free of charge in there as well. However, over a third of the stock has gone now, so really, really busy on that. You're saving more than you're spending. Do you fancy whizzing us through again just a few of the different ways that you'd be able to use this collection, Debbie?
Absolutely, I adore this collection. It really is beautiful. Look, this is one that our lovely Leanne made recently with it, but look how you can layer up these beautiful butterflies. Take that skeleton part off and you can layer this butterfly up. It is absolutely stunning. You can have a real feature to it. That's not the only part there though. We've got that lovely Rococo frame as a frame there, and then we're using the Baroque frame because they work beautifully together. You've seen me with that first demonstration what you can do with your cards as well, and then that lovely set of Chantilly Lace acting as a stopper for your easel card. It's absolutely exquisite. It really is beautiful. Going back to let me just show you other little things that you can do with the frame and the butterfly. You've got your embossing folder here. Our lovely Becky's done a beautiful one with the embossing folder. Look how gorgeous this one looks. Was talking about that Chantilly lace border running all the way along the bottom, and then taking that Baroque frame. You've got the beautiful flowers which scream out to be used with your foam. So take your foam. I did a little demo with the foam yesterday. You've seen our Sarah do loads and loads of tutorials, but these are the kind of things. And you've got those beautiful stamps as well. Oh, I love this one, a Kaleidoscope of Butterflies. That really is a gorgeous pop-out card. And it just looks incredible. And then taking your lovely frames and using them as card bases. If I just take that there, you can see again just a different way of using it on a different side angle. I did the one going upwards, but you have got so many options to be able to use this collection beautifully together. And if you are into selling your cards, like Stephen mentioned earlier, where he put them on his Facebook and then within a few minutes he literally made his money back. That's what you could do. Or you could just simply have this collection that's going to cover a whole range of occasions, from birthdays, anniversaries, with sympathy, and absolutely all sorts of occasions. This collection is going to look absolutely beautiful for your pleasure. If that's what you want to do, it's on a great price. Look at that price down there. Absolutely fabulous price, over half price off. Joe, what is there not to love about the vintage lace collection?
There really is so much to love. It's why so much of that stock has gone. Loads there that you can do with them. Loads you're talking about now. So it turns out, and I thought this was the case, turns out cow pie is actually like a real pie, not just a poo. So it is. Debbie Holiday says, it's such a thing as a cow pie there is. It's made with minced beef, baked beans, onions and oxtail soup in a pie.
Did mince and baked beans together?
Mince and beans?
Oh no.
Do you not have shepherd's? Do you not have cottage pie and beans?
Baked beans with mince?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. The two do not go together, Joe.
They do.
Don't go together. No,
they do.
are not a marriage made in heaven.
I call it fusion cuisine, Debbie. Oh, it's good. I don't know why. Well, Tammy says, well, talking about cow pies and jelly eels has successfully turned off my prior hunger feelings today. It's all part of the service. Forget diet clubs. We're here for you to turn those hunger pangs off. I want to just run through the two shaker card collections that we've got. So we've got two different collections for you. The first one is the Celebrate with Drinks, which is this one here, or Let's Make Drinks, I should say. You're going to get the Let's Make Cocktails and the Prosecco Celebration in there. So that's the first one. Then there is a second collection as well, and that one has in there the Hip Hip Array, and it also has the Sweet Birthday in there too. Now, if you go for both of those together, in the larger collection that we have, what we do is we charge you for those two, but we send you this one included free of charge. This one is called Love Always, this one. So you get all 5 of them. And to get 5 of our shaker card dies for $29.98, that is not to be sniffed at, let me assure you. That is great value. It's why half of our stock has now sold out and gone already. Having a very, very busy Carlo. Don't forget, this is just the amuse-bouche for the later show that we'll be bringing to you as well. I'll be back with, I've had a lovely 2-hour preview here with Debbie. I'll be back with Sarah this evening, 4 till 6 in the UK, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. if you're in the US. So make sure you join us for that one as well. We're going to have a very, very busy show again tonight, I'm sure. Don't forget as well, tomorrow, Colour Me Happy will be here. Myself and Leanne will be here. We've also had a picture in, another one. We love it when you send us photos. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk if you want to send them in to us. This is the lovely Helen that sent this in. Oh, is that the Chantilly Lace there I can see, Debbie?
Chantilly Lace and one of the butterflies on there and some of those vines as well. That looks like a Z-fold card to me as well, one of our favourite cards. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Really is, and just shows you one of so many different ways in which you're going to be able to use that collection. Now I'm going to go back to Debbie. What do you fancy showing us next, Debbie?
I thought we'd go back to the shakers. Let's go back to the beginning, because some of you may have just tuned in, may not have seen how simplistic these dies literally are to work with. They verge, and I say verge, they're not quite a thin metal die. So that means you're going to be able to cut through multiple layers at any one time. I've taken a couple of pieces of our luxury glitter card for this, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to work. Not only do you get these dies, you also get a set of stamps that you can actually mix the words of your love up. So bundle of love, love always, I love you. We've got love at first sight. Sent with love, couldn't read then Joe. Love you forever, love is in the air, happily ever after, and again obviously you've got your word love. And then you've also got these lovely little dies here. These are going to be able to create your own shaker pieces. If you haven't got anything to hand to create that shaker element, these will cut out and create that lovely feature for you too. Now I've just popped onto my plate just for the time being. I'm using the outer 2 parts of the die. That's going to create the aperture. So first of all, I'm going to stick those down. Low tack tape, hold it into place. I've got 2 pieces of glitter cardstock under there as well. So if I just hold that, pop down the tape and hold it into place, and then I'll do, hold it into place, Debbie, and then pop one over the word love as well. Now, because they are a thicker die, I just want to stress this little bit to you. When you're using your Gemini machines, the thing that you're not going to need is your magnetic shim. So because it's cutting through multiple layers, it's a deeper metal, you don't need to have as much pressure. So pop on your plastic shim, pop on your other cutting plate and run that through. If you do need to add an extra shim, the one that I would add is the metal one. That's the only difference. Magnetic you won't need to use when it comes to cutting these dies. And if I show you, let's bring that out and bring that through. Now I've got 2 pieces of cardstock here, Joe. 2 pieces of glitter cardstock that have cut through beautifully. Let me just
through 2 pieces of glitter cardstock.
2 pieces,
wow.
Yeah, just wanted to show you. And again, look at that. That's would be considered as waste. No such thing as waste. That is decoration. Look at this, you could create your little apertures as well if you wanted to do so. But what that's actually done is cut me, and if I just get me, my little pokey tool to separate them, because there is 2 there. Let's have a little fiddle. Let me just pull that apart. Oh, do you know one thing about having these lovely nails that I've been practicing on myself? I can't go and see my normal lovely lady who does my nails. I've made them a bit long. I can't really do things with them. I need my poke tool. However, look at that. 2 beautifully cut out perfectly, and also the waist too. And then we have that lovely word, love. Again, I'm just going to pop that through. Oops, heavy-handed Debbie. Guess what I've done? I've pulled my L off. I've been a little bit heavy-handed. However, you wouldn't be so heavy-handed. There we go. I can stick that back together. No one's going to notice it's missing. Look, it's almost like it were meant to be. Now, I'm going to bring in a piece of Centura Pearl. Bearing in mind, I could cut through that again twice. In fact, let's bring back that and let's not just show you. You could perhaps do 2 or 3 layers this time. Let's pop that on. And what I'm going to do now is to create myself a little bit of a back piece. So I'm just going to use the outer part of the die, take that down and run that through again. And that will create the back panel. And then we're going to run through a bit of acetate as well. Now, if you missed the beginning, I did show you how to put your acetate to get a nice green crisp cut. And I'm going to use the metal shim for this part. So let me just show you these. I've got 2 of them. I'm going to be able to create 2.
Anne's asking if those dies would cut through the foam sheets, Debbie.
Absolutely they will.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Most definitely cut through with ease. Now let me just pop those on so you can see I've got my 2 hearts all ready to go. But what I need now is my acetate.
Lisa's getting herself stocked up, Debbie. She said she's got the shaker die set, she's got the statement dies, the acetate, the paper glue, some ink pads. That's what happens when I can't sleep. Love from San Diego. Love to you, Lisa.
Right, so, but you're getting, honestly, you're going to have so much fun. When they arrive, you're going to have so much fun. Now, when I'm using my acetate, I always bring in my metal shim. And I've got my acetate cut to size. I'm going to pop the outer part of the die again, and if I just explain why I haven't used that middle part, if you was to cut that, that's just going to cut another love heart out with no middle, and I need that in there to be able to create my shaker element. So when I pop that on the top again, if you've noticed, Joe, I'm not using the magnetic shim, I'm just running that through my Gemini. As it is, you can hear that lovely crunching sound. It's working, it's cutting through, it gives that crisp, clean cut. Don't worry thinking, uh-oh, I've broke the machine, oh, it doesn't sound right, what have I done? That's the normal sound when it's giving that crisp, clean cut through, and it cuts through beautifully the acetate really, really well. Gives it that nice firm finish. So definitely bring in your metal shim when you're using that. Now, I'm going to bring back one of my love arts. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adhere this acetate to the back of this. So I've turned it over. I've brought in my tacky glue, which I've decanted into one of our fine tip applicators. I'm going to pop that all the way around, but it is a choice of glue. I prefer this one just because it's a little bit easier to manoeuvre. I'm going to place that onto the back. Turn that back over, slide it into place, and just adhere your glue down. So you need about a couple of seconds for that to be nice and ready with your glue. But that has created that lovely feature where you've got the acetate behind. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the foam on a roll. I remember what we're called this time. And again, I'm just going to place this around. Now, this foam on a roll is the perfect size, so it'll be on the website. You'll be able to find it with ease, and it is perfect for our shaker card.
Is there anything else you could use if you didn't have the foam on a roll, Debbie?
You could use foam pads. You would have to put them though, Joe, side by
really
side.
close. Especially if you were using glitter, I guess, you would have maybe a bit of an issue.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you have spaces in between, what will happen is it will, and if you have the spaces, it will. All your bits are going to drop out.
Oh,
literally.
You don't want your bits falling out.
And you don't want your bits dropping out.
Nightmare.
Not at all. So I'm just giving that a nice...
Especially when you're shaking them.
Definitely. You don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to release that foam backing. Tape off there. Bring that round. And now I'm good to go with popping it on, apart from sticking it to my fingers, onto the back of my back here. Now I just need a few little shaker elements. I'm going back to this beautiful... lovely sequins. You can put whatever you want in here though to create that lovely element and that fun. And I'm just going to place that over the top. There we go. Let's bring that there. And then bringing back my word. Oh, look at that. Look how easy that was. Oh, do you know what? I've had another idea. I could have sandwiched in between one of those little sticks. Do you know the little sticks that you have? Stick them in the middle of your flower decorations. How beautiful. Weddings. That would look beautiful as a wedding thing. Yeah,
or they could be like little cake toppers. The cake one could go on top. You could have a little shaker topper.
Absolutely, you could. Right, let me just pop my word on. But literally, it's so easy to put these together, Joe.
June says, make sure you keep your bits under control. Absolutely, Jean, I agree. You don't want to
lose your bits. You do not want to lose your bits. No, definitely not. But look how easy it was to do. Pop the word on there, and that's ready to go and act as, and if I just bring that in for a second... There you go, and nothing's falling out at the bottom because I've made sure I've got my bottom sealed really nicely. But look how easy they are to put together. Super, super easy. Fabulous price for the whole lot of them, covering lots of different occasions. And you're going to have so much fun with these dies. Genuinely, you're going to have a lot of fun and very, very easy to use too, Joe.
Yes, absolutely they are. I just want to run you through the two different options you've got of getting these. So you've got this one here. Let's make drinks. I really want to wish it was called Let's Do Drinks. I don't know why.
Yes,
I want
please.
to change what you had. Double me then. Oh, it's like a horror film. $14.99 gets you the lovely Prosecco one, and it's like Joe Squared, wasn't it? And you've got the cocktail one there as well. Then the second one. This is the one we were talking about. I love this finished card here. Imagine that, just this element here on top of a cupcake, or maybe you want to just pop a few of those on. You know, like you get the individual boxes for cupcakes that have got the cupcake in. Imagine having one of those on the top of there. Along with that one, you get Hip Hip Hooray as well, which is fantastic. Or then what you can do is go for all of them together, and then what we do is we send you this one free of charge, which is your Love Always shaker card die that you've got there. $29.98 to get 5 of our shaker card dies is really, really great value. Don't forget as well, anyone that's got Club Inspire status will be able to still get those extra Club Inspired discounts on top of the half of that shaker card collection. The full collection's gone. The thing is, if it goes before the later show, the Cartload show, we'll still bring you the 2 individual collections. What will happen is, though, the bigger collection first will sell out, and then you'll miss out on the freebie, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to get the best value as possible. Tammy says, glitter shaking card makes me think of a cloud of fairy dust flying away. Oh, that's a nice way of thinking about, rather than leaking bits. I can see the lovely Jan Brown is watching. Hello, Jan. Janet says, you've given me an inspiration now to do some shaker cards. Thank you very much. Debbie. Who's Debbie? Debbie.
Who's Debbie?
I need to get my teeth in. I know what's wrong with me. Or what am I like? Right, I need to give you a reminder of some of the stuff that's really, really busy. The Vintage Lace whole collection. So your die collection, which is this collection here, individually is available. Your frames and embossing folder collection individually is available. But when you get the 2 together, you save more than you spend, because it's £50 to get the 2 together. And then what we do is we throw in some bonuses for you. £10 worth of cardstock, completely free of charge. £5 worth of satin ribbon, that's going to go in free of charge. And those rub-ons as well, totally free of charge when you get it in this configuration. £50, $59 to get all of that. Decorative outlines as well, I need to give you a reminder of those. Really, really busy. Do you want me to grab the boards? I'll just whiz you through these. 30% of these has gone. Wow, really, really busy on these ones, on the big collection. Individuals are still there. The two smaller collections combined together to make one larger collection. So this one here, this is my favourite one. This is the floral arrangement that you've got just there. You also then have the Ditzy Bloom, which is this one just here. You've got the English Rose, which is lovely. You've then got the Heart. There is the Blue Tit, which is that one there, and you've got the Schmetterling as well, which is the beautiful butterfly one there too. So make sure you get all of those into your basket. Oh, the pop-outs, can I just quickly remind you of those before the end of the show? The pop-outs really busy. You get all 4 of these. So in here you've got a special friend just for you with love and thank you. £25, $33 to get you all 4 of those. A quarter of the stock of those have gone. We'll be spending a bit more time on those in the later show, where there'll be products demonstrated in the later show that you haven't seen demonstrated yet as well. So it's always worth making sure you tune into both shows. The Embossing folder word collection, really, really busy here. You buy one, you get one free. What do you do, Debbie? You buy one.
I said you get one free.
Absolutely, you do. Half price, a quarter of the stock has gone there. They're really nice little size. They're like a little credit card size. They're really beautiful. We haven't looked at them. You'll see them in more detail with Sarah in the later show. Keeping with the embossing theme, we've also got our embossing folder as let me try it again. Our embossing folders alongside our cut and emboss folders as well. So 2 cut and emboss folders, 2 embossing folders, $19.98, $24.94. Really, really busy for those ones. The aqua markers, great to have these. I can't quite believe, I'm sure you'll agree with me, Debbie, that we've got aqua markers in a Cartload show. How have we managed to get aqua markers in a sale show?
Absolutely crazy, because they are artist quality watercolour. They are absolutely beautiful. Watercolouring at its finest. You're going to, honestly, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to watching our Sarah use these tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Beautiful pens.
Now you've also got the storage as well, so it's a Spectrum Noir universal black pen. You get 6 trays here. Each tray will hold 12 pens, so that's 72 pens you can store in there with those. So a lot of you have bought our markers. I think all of our markers will go in there, including our tri-blends if you want to store them in there too. $15.99 or $22.39 to grab those. Now the Christmas creator card selection, always busy for our creator cards. Remember, these are the ones with removable edge, so you can either use them with the edge there, you can remove that cutting edge. It's completely up to you. Again, you're saving more than you are spending on that one, which is fantastic. Now, Debbie, do you know when are we going to see you again? Whether that's here on Crafters TV or over on Create and Craft. Where can we get our Debbie fix?
Right, so I will be back at Create and Craft this weekend. Our Fiona's kickstarting things off, I believe, tomorrow. I'm picking the shows up on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday as well. But I'll be back here in the craft room in a couple of weeks' time. Hopefully making lots more wonderful cards. I mean, I've just put them all out here so you can see what we've been doing today. But I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, it should be a couple of weeks before I'm back up here bringing you some amazing deals, Joe, and having loads of fun with it too.
Well, we can't wait to see you, Debbie. It's been lovely spending some time with you today and yesterday as well. Don't forget, this was the amuse-bouche, it was the warm-up, it was the soupçon, the saucisson. There will be another Cartload, 2 hours of Cartload coming your way a little later today, in 3 hours time in fact. So 4 till 6 here in the UK, 11 till 1 if you're on the East Coast. Right, we're going to get some lunch and have a little bit of a chinwag and a cup of tea. So I hope you'll join us back here in a few hours. Take care.